fashion, music, wellness.
And don't forget sex.
Mostly sex.
If it's trending, they'll be talking about it. Trend Radio is right here.
And right now, I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
And we always have something great to say.
Because it's us. So stay tuned.
You'll be glad you did. Good morning, New Jersey. And good morning to my beautiful co-host, Elise.
Good morning,
and
Anthony.
Big Al at the little board.
Morning, Al.
Good morning.
Before we go any further, today is Mara's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Mara.
She feels so old.
I remember when she turned 21.
Yeah, that was 5 years ago because she is 26.
It seems
she
like
feels
yesterday.
So old, I know. And she's freaking out because she's working today, so she's hearing this right now.
Working on her birthday. Mm-hmm. We're going to have
How
to do
amazing
something
is
special
she?
for her.
Yes, we will do something special for her today.
So she feels old, huh?
She does feel old.
Well, old age is something denied to many.
Yes, it is. So, yeah.
In fact, I got a story about this old farmer. He's a little old man in Texas, and he had this big farm. For years he's had it. And there was this huge pond in the back. And you know, one evening the old farmer decided to go down to the pond, and as he neared it, he heard some voices shouting and laughing and having a good time and giggling. And as he got closer, he saw that it was a bunch of young girls skinny dipping in the pond.
Oh, he was probably thrilled.
Yes,
he's probably thinking, it's my birthday, it's my birthday.
In their birthday suits. Well, you know, he made the women very aware of his presence. And they all went to the deep end of the pond. And of course, they shouted at him, "We're not coming out until you leave."
Wow.
And the old man said, this cracks me up, he said, "Girl, I didn't come down here to watch you ladies swim or make you get out of that pond naked. I'm here to feed the alligator."
That's fabulous.
So, Mara, old age and cunning will triumph over young enthusiasm every time.
Every single time. Hey, by the way, not to make this sound secondary, but tomorrow is actually my sister Stacy's birthday.
Happy birthday, Stacy.
So, you know, a shout out to you as well, my love.
I'm telling you, you look fabulous for 55. I'm telling you.
She's not 55.
Only kidding.
Stop that. She's actually really, really upset. She's 50, so it's a big deal for her.
Well, you didn't have to tell.
I had to.
Why? So then she really does look great for 55. She's only 50.
Looks fabulous.
I think your sister's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
Yes, she is.
Both of my sisters are beautiful.
I like one better than the other. But I'm not going to say which one I like best.
That's okay. You don't have to.
But what I will say is that lube could change your life.
Did you hear that, girls?
Yeah, because, you know, the older you get, the more likely it is you're going to need the lube.
Depends on who you are and who you're with.
Mm-hmm. Now, lube is really a big part of most people's sex lives. And almost nobody wants to talk about it, except us.
Isn't it interesting? Yeah. People really don't want to talk about it.
No.
But yeah, I do have conversations with it, about it with my clients, and they just don't want to talk. I'm always talking about everything, though.
And there are a bunch of ways to enjoy it, even
Absolutely.
if you think you don't really need it.
You know what, though? You might really like it.
You might.
Because even if you don't need it, and most, a lot of people don't need it, but it's fun.
But a lot do.
But it's fun, and it can be the accessory that lets you try something new, or just take an old favorite to a whole
another level.
That's right.
Now, if you're struggling with irritation or discomfort, lube really could be the answer or the culprit.
Yes, it could be the culprit. So you have to be very careful with what you do use. Here's my suggestion. If you know that you're going to try it with your guy or your girl, definitely use it the day before or the day before that, just to make sure you don't have a reaction to it. Because the worst thing you can do is use it for the first time and you get all itchy or clammy or have something happen or
That's
hot.
right. And there are a bunch of different lubes to choose from.
Yeah.
And everybody is different.
That is true.
If the number one face moisturizer gave you a rash,
Chances are the number one lube might too.
you buy something else, right? So check the ingredients, do a little research,
Absolutely.
and find a product that makes your skin feel good. Shouldn't your sex life feel good too?
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm just going to put this out there now. We know lube. We just do. We know a lot about it.
It's what we do.
We just know a lot about it, and we know the top brands. So email us at trendradio920@gmail.com. You say lube. That's all you need to say. I will personally send you a list of lube, all the top ones, and a $50 gift certificate to Anthony Vincent Salon that you can use any way you want.
And Elise and I have rounded up a few of the best pros and cons.
As well, yeah.
You can find your own personal slip and slide. All of them, all of the lubes on Elise's list are body safe, and they contain genital friendly ingredients.
Yes, because after all, you just definitely want your genitals to remain friendly.
I love friendly genitals.
He's just going to keep saying it throughout the show now. Friendly generals.
My genitals are very friendly.
Generals. Generals.
So, silicone lubes. Now, the word silicone may not sound like the kind of thing that you want anywhere near your most intimate parts.
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
but
The truth is, it's a very safe, body safe ingredient. Silicone is hyperallergenic.
and here's the best part. It doesn't absorb into your skin.
That's right.
So it just forms like a coating.
But what's
know?
the best part?
It stays slick and has staying power because it doesn't absorb.
And it doesn't dry out.
Well, because it doesn't absorb either. That's why.
Well, it stays on even if things get wet, but it does wash off easily with soap.
Yes, it does. Soap does break it down, which is a good thing to know.
Now, you got to be careful because silicone lubricants cannot be used with silicone toys.
Now, that is true because it will cause the silicone will actually, on top of the other silicone, if you understand what we're saying, will cause the material to deteriorate. So, and it can also be tough to wash out of fabric. You don't want it to be absorbed into that. It does absorb into fabric, just not into your
right.
skin.
So try to be naked when you use it. This is something that I think is very, very interesting.
This is one of my favorite things. When I saw this, I went crazy.
Why don't you talk about
Okay. Well, everybody who knows me knows I absolutely, positively love, love, love lipstick. Anyway, ladies, I think this is crazy. Today's little bit of knowledge comes from the doctors who posted the theory that your best lipstick shade is just the one that matches your nipple color. I find that amazing.
Boy, that keeps life interesting, huh?
And you know what the reason is? Who's the best colorist? Mother Nature. Yeah, and doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, we don't make this stuff up. We just talk about it.
But doesn't that make sense to you?
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
And by the way, if anyone needs any help in matching their lipstick to their nipples, email us. Our experts will match you up perfectly. And what else will we give and do for them, Elise?
Well, of course, you do realize we're going to give you a $50 gift certificate to Anthony Vincent Salon so you can have your makeup done.
And, you know, if you can't come in, just send us a picture of your nipples and
We'll tell you what shade works best.
Okay, so now you have the perfect makeup. Your lips match your nipples. You met the right guy. He's wonderful. And you really like him. But the sex is bad.
Ay, 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 ay.
And
Now, let me ask you something, okay? here's the thing. It's like, what do you do when you like someone but the sex is bad kind of question? That goes both ways. That's whether the girl is bad or the guy is bad.
Of course, yeah.
You know, I mean,
either way.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, that's tough. Now, here's what you can do. If you really, really like him or really, really like her,
But Elise,
teach.
I don't know anybody who wants to be a teacher.
If you really like the person,
I hear all the time from our clients, I don't want to be a teacher. I want somebody who knows what they're
all right,
doing.
then I guess you're going to have to just do a ghosting.
Well, the thing, I agree with you, though.
Ghost.
But at least sex is only one aspect of a relationship.
It's very important, though.
It is. And if you like or even love your partner, but the sex is falling a little bit short.
Oh, no.
Elise and I really do
that's-
feel, yeah.
That's
we feel
different.
for you.
That's different, though. If you're already involved and somehow, some way, your sexual relationship is not going well, that's a different story. Then you know what? Then you bring up the porn.
Well, we're right. And we're going to get a little bit more into that later on.
Okay.
Bad sex doesn't necessarily have to be a deal breaker in a relationship.
No,
So
definitely not.
what you need to do is distinguish between sex that is fixable and sex that might be a sign of incompatibility.
That's really important that you understand that, because not everybody is made for each other. Not everybody is compatible sexually. That is true.
That's right. Before you consider walking away from your relationship, the truth about mediocre sex with someone you like, Elise and I are going to tell you what to do and how to do it.
Okay.
All righty?
Okay.
So, you want to start?
Well, yeah, because the truth of the matter is that it might just not be about the sex.
Oh.
You know, you might find yourself struggling with a new partner, and once that initial attraction starts to fade, or, you know, even if it's a long-term significant other, as a relationship ages, you and your partner get to know more about each other. And you could really actually find that you're not as compatible as you thought. Sometimes you might have like these lukewarm feelings towards your partner, and that could easily transfer over into the bedroom. That's the point. You might just not be in this for the long haul.
You might not even
And
realize.
you might not even realize that's happening.
Yeah. You know, I guess it all comes down to how much of each of you care about the relationship.
Yeah. I mean,
If you value the relationship,
sure.
you should both be willing to put some effort into your sex life. It's worth trying to fix it.
Exactly. And, you know, compatibility is rooted in each partner's being willing to put in a similar amount of effort.
That's right, to be willing.
Willing is a really big word there.
Yeah. So how do you put in this effort? If you do believe the compatibility is there, well, this is so important. If both you and your partner are unhappy, you may be able to work with each other to improve things.
Sure, you have to find out, though, what the root of the unhappiness is about.
Right.
You have to talk.
Discuss,
And communication is key in any relationship. We have this over
All
and
the
over.
time, all
we
the
say
time.
this. You know, there are very important things in your life: communication and hydration.
That's right. And the longer you put off speaking about it, the more likely the ramifications will be.
The bigger the wall will be to take down.
That's right.
Yes.
And eventually you have to speak about them.
The best thing you can do is what?
Be honest.
Be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty, always the best policy. They don't say that for nothing. It's the truth.
That's right. And be honest, not just about what your partner wants in bed, but other equally important things that I really don't know what they are.
But they can be anything. Like, you know, relationship skills such as a joint problem solving, active listening, and mature conflict resolutions.
Oh, that sounds like
it's
mumbo
huge.
jumbo to me.
But it's not. See, when you're honest with each other and you're working through the same things and going toward the same goals, you increase your intimacy levels with your partner and with yourself. And that alone can improve your sexual performance.
So,
That's the truth.
okay.
That is true.
So what you're saying is talk about what you like and what you don't like.
Communication.
I had a girlfriend that didn't like anything. She didn't like nothing. And if you find that you're both unhappy,
Don't be upset.
that's right. It could actually be a good thing, because what it does, it allows you the space to learn about each other sexually.
Yes. It's a common misconception that sex should be effortless with the person you love. That's not true. That's not true, because everybody has stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
And research shows that good sex requires work.
Yes.
And those who believe in sexual destiny are worse off than those who believe in sexual growth. So if you believe that a relationship takes work, you're more likely to have a satisfying relationship.
And the same goes for sex. If you believe that a sexual relationship takes work, the more likely you are to have a satisfying sexual relationship. That's the truth. Taking a quick break. Trend Radio continues after this on 920 The Jersey.
We'd like to thank the team at Artis, a family of open-minded, compassionate, and dedicated individuals who have experienced dementia in their own families. Together, they've created a nurturing environment tailored to each resident's unique needs. So, even those long-term relationships, you may find that over time their sexual appetite changes. What happens is they discover new things that they prefer over old sexual habits, and they find themselves in favor of something else. And this is normal.
What? That is normal.
Yeah.
Your sexual needs are going to grow and change as you grow and change.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. Think about it this way. If you plan to be with your partner long term, you're going to be having sex with them for a very long time. So you need to be able to communicate openly. Whether this means, sharing your desires, trying new things, or, wait for it, compromise.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Compromise.
What?
You have
I don't
to
know that word.
Ask them, is there anything they'd like to try or change? And ask them, what is it that you'd like more or less of? These are good questions.
So, when the sex is mediocre, you're saying you have to be able to ask yourself if you're part of the issue too.
And ask yourself if you're willing. You have to be willing to change some things in order to work on improving your sexual relationship with your partner.
Okay. So if your sex life is substandard, you're saying it's up to you to do something about it.
You have to.
Yeah. If you're tired of talking and it hasn't had the desired effect, then now is the time to take action.
Action. Start by telling your partner exactly what you want. Lots of partners find it extremely hot when their other half takes control. Yeah.
Wow.
It's true.
But, keep in mind that your sex life is your sex life. And the only one who can really make a change when it comes down to it is you.
Yes. So chances are it might be necessary to just stop the talk and start acting. Act on it.
Now.
You'll be glad you did.
So you had said something earlier about long-term relationships and whatnot, and
How to spice things up?
yeah, in a long-term relationship, I think in any new relationship, everything is always
Hot.
yeah,
Sexy.
New. That's the word. It's new. It's different that you
It's
explore.
different. Exactly. And then you know what is interesting? I know this person, and she's so funny. She's a riot. She loves new. She loves new texting. She loves new romance. She loves new sex. She loves new. And then you know what happens? happens,
It
gets old fast.
Yeah.
It gets old really fast. And that's a shame.
I'd like to meet her.
Okay, I'll set that up for you.
Okay, thank you.
You got it. But anyway, the thing is that when you finally do meet somebody and you do finally have a lovely relationship and it's not new anymore, it goes to a different level. You know the one.
A whole nother level.
Exactly. And so you have to start working with each level as they come.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be open to doing that. So as you go along, and this is according to the Journal of American Medical Associates, 43% of American women and 31% of men admitted they have sexual issues.
Really?
And the biggest issues are for couples whose experiences lack sexual fulfillment and that they don't make sex fun. They don't experiment, and they're very often afraid to tell each other what they really want in bed.
It's funny because there are like 4 primary ways in which couples really can spice up their sex life.
Oh, yeah.
They're novelty, sexual trance, partner engagement, and role play.
Role play.
That's
Huge,
right.
huge.
Now, what do these 4 things mean? Well, Elise and I are going to tell you.
Yes. Okay, so novelty. Basically, in non-science terms, trying new things during sex can add a boost to your body's response to sex.
Oh.
Huge. A change of scenery is always a fun idea. That keeps things interesting. Trying to have sex in a different room. Having sex in a different place. Sometimes it's an ultimate fail and you just laugh, but it brings you closer. And if you and your partner are a little less daring, try new positions. That's a classic. But if you're a little more daring, try new places. I think that's always fun.
Yeah, and you can always find very detailed information about positions on the net.
Or you can email us at trendradio920@gmail.com and we will tell you places and things you can do that will just blow your mind.
And now, I never heard of this one, but it's called sexual trance.
Yeah.
And what that does is it refers to each partner focusing on his or her own pleasure and sensations. The purpose of this is to learn what stimulates your own body and ultimately enhance both you and your partner's sexual experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the more you know about each other's bodies,
Well, the more you know about each other, the better you and your lover will be able to please each other. That's the point.
Yes.
So if you're together, which is the best time to do this, concentrate on yourself. Each of you, and each of you will see what gets each other going. And then you can do that for each other.
That's right. And where most people fall short is that they assume that everything that turns them on automatically turns the other person on as well, which isn't true.
It isn't true. You have most times you have different ideas, different parts, different places. Everybody has a chemical difference in their makeup. Everybody is different. So everything sexually is very individual. That's the truth.
That's right. And the partner engagement, it's pretty much exactly how it sounds.
Yeah, you and your partner are dedicated to fulfilling your sexual expression of each other.
Yeah, that's right. You care about each other. Be adventurous. Take initiative with pleasing each other.
Yes, you want to do nice things for each other. Exactly. But a really fun one? Role play.
Yeah. I like this. I do this all the time. Not sexually.
No, you do this in life.
I do it in life.
And you
I
do it very well.
Yes.
And that's a very cool thing.
Yes.
But here's the thing about what role play is. This is where you actually live out your sexual fantasies. And 95% of people report that they have had sexual fantasies. So, there's no need to feel weird about this. And fantasies help.
That's right. The excitement of the newness keeps the role play dopamine It keeps it going, which is the passion. It keeps that passion
Here's the
going on.
thing. It's new. You just said a mouthful. People, women, men, people expressing they love new. That's why so many people are looking, unfortunately, for other people while they're in a relationship because they want to keep something. They need something new to keep their dopamine high at its highest. Do something new with your partner.
You know, some of the more common roles that couples play are, naughty doctor and the patient, the sexy nurse.
Oh, the cop? The cop and the lawbreaker. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
The handcuffs come out. The spanking stick comes out. Yeah, before you know it, you're like, overflowing in dopamine.
And I see like at the bachelorette parties where the cop comes in, starts stripping and spanking them, and the girls get all giggly and they're just having a good time.
So here's the thing. Get over the embarrassment of it. There is no need ever to be embarrassed in front of your partner. There is nothing more exciting than just going for it.
That's right. And it could be lots of fun, once you're really
Absolutely.
into it.
Yeah.
And another thing you can do, and we were just talking about, is turn on a porn episode and try your best to mimic what the couple on screen does.
Okay, listen. Even if you don't do the exact position correctly, because these are professionals, it's a fun way to get some inspiration.
That's right. With these techniques, rekindling the excitement of sex with your partner can be much less difficult than it seems.
Yeah.
So the key to remember is...
just because your relationship has lasted for a while doesn't mean your sex life with your partner has to suffer.
That's right. After all, you love that person. They love you.
You want to be with that person for always.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just keep it hot.
That's right. And part of keeping it hot is to keep it real.
Always keep it real.
When you're in long-term relationships or marriage, do you know what pre-sex rituals are?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, they change.
Yes.
They change.
They change as you go along with your. I have to tell you something. So, I talk, of course, to my clientele a lot. And one of the things, except for the one girl who is now not shaving, but one of the things, a lot of them do is they'll come in.
I want to meet her.
They'll stop. They'll come in and they'll get waxed.
Oh, wait a minute. I
by
know
Nancy.
who it is. There was she in the other day. She had more hair on her arms than I did. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Yeah. Well, okay, no, she was a new client, so maybe that's not who you're talking about.
Yeah, no.
Now this girl came in, and I was chatting with her.
I'll tell you off air who I'm talking about.
Okay, but this girl came in, and whenever I see a new face or I know that
you always go right over to them.
I go right over and I sit down and I chat just for a minute or two, and she needed our help, and believe me, she thus looked beautiful when we were done with her, but I wanted so much to wax her arms. I'm telling you, she had more hair on her arms than I did.
That's funny. Okay, that's very funny. So anyway, back to pre-rituals. Okay, so...
pre-sex rituals.
Yes, pre-sex rituals. The biggest one that I know of is, shaving your legs, shaving under your arms, shaving, or waxing, whatever. I have a lot of clients that they're coming in, they're getting their nails done, they're going to look all gorgeous for their guy, and they're having their waxing done, prior to. They're Brazilians, they're leg waxing, they're underarm, whatever. They're waxing everything. As you get a little bit, more into your relationship, and I find this is so funny, my clients that are, married for a longer period of time don't actually do it anymore. They don't actually wax their legs and do their underarms or their bikini line. They're like, yeah, well, he knows me.
he knows
here's the thing.
How hairy you are.
Here's the thing. And I'm just going to say this. I get it. He knows you and he loves you and he wants you to be that way. He wants you to be exactly the way you are because he loves you for that. But you know what? He will notice if you do it. Come in and have that waxing. Get that Brazilian. He will notice. And you will spark something new that you didn't know he had.
Just don't get that Brazilian bikini wax on the same day that you want to have sex.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Don't do that.
And
They know that.
they do.
The girls know that.
Oh. Well, I don't know that they know.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. You confused me there.
Well, okay. Maybe you'll lotion. This is in a long-term relationship. Maybe you won't. But chances are, most of the time, you put on lotion before sex. I mean, I even do that. But I lotion every day.
You are just the most lotiony guy ever.
I have my...
We're talking Metro here. Metro. He lotions more than I lotion.
But I use the good stuff.
Doesn't matter. I use good stuff too, but you use more.
I got a bigger body.
That's not the point. Okay. Let's talk about our faces. Okay. You still use more and you have less skin on your face because you have all that hair.
Well, and I got to keep that hair nice and soft and shiny.
He lotions. He's the lotion man.
And thanks to Mara, I have the best beard balm with all these natural ingredients and
she's
oils
so happy.
and nut oils.
She is so happy that you like that.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, she just yeah. It's her birthday, but yet she's gonna get you
bringing
more
me stuff.
Yeah, she's gonna get you more beard balm. She's so happy that you like it.
We're going to take a quick break, and Trend Radio continues right after this on 920 The Jersey.
We'd like to thank Artis, where seniors are respected, choices are given, life is lived in the moment together.
So this is what I find in a long-term relationship. So maybe you're not wearing the sexiest underwear, and there's a chance that you might not even have time to make that underwear switch, Because
Yeah, wait, nothing would be more of a mood killer like, wait, let me get out of these little panties that are, like for my grandma and get into these sexy ones. You know what I mean? Just do this.
Oh, I like it when you
Instead of-
take off those holy underwears and just throw it,
Just don't worry about it. Be sexy. You can be sexy in anything.
That's right.
It doesn't matter if they're holy granny panties or sexy lingerie.
That's right. It's what
Yeah.
It's
what's under the unders. Is that what you were trying to say?
It's what underneath.
It's what's underneath.
It's what's underneath. That counts. Now, if you can figure that out, email us,
gosh.
and we'll give you a speech lesson,
That's great.
and I'll take it with you.
That is so funny. You know what? Sometimes there's just not time for that long pre-sex trip to the bathroom.
What goes
where
on? What
you
the hell is a pre-
excuse yourself to put your entire body under a microscope. Let me tell you something, okay? Nobody is looking at you through glasses. Nobody is looking at you that intensely. Chances are they're looking into your eyes, okay? Make sure they're clear. But the thing is that just make sure you have your dose of confidence, because that's what's hot. That's what's sexy. Take control of yourself. Don't worry about anything. It's going to be fun and hot.
It's funny. There's this show on the CW. It's called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. It's really funny. It's silly, but it's funny. And there's a video that they have, and it's called the Sexy Getting Ready song.
The Sexy Getting Ready song.
It's a music video. It is hysterical.
Oh, that's
about
funny.
A girl getting ready to to have sex with her boyfriend. You got to watch it. The Sexy Getting Ready song.
Oh, that is so funny.
And getting undressed might be a lot less sexy.
It doesn't have to be. It can be very sexy.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean.
Well, I don't know. I hear this. can you zip this dress for me? I can't reach it. Okay, thank you. One of the best parts of being with someone is so you can always like zip and unzip their hard to reach
spots. So here's the thing.
I have a zipper that I have difficulty. Maybe somebody could help me unzip that.
Nobody's helping you with your zipper, but let me just tell you this.
That's for damn sure.
It can be very, very hot to say to your guy, hey, come over here. Nuzzle up to him a little bit. Get into his arms. While his arms are around you, reach up, kiss the bottom of his chin and say, can you unzip me?
That would be very nice. I would like that. Did you hear? I would like that. And you know who I'm talking to. Okay, here's like the thing, all right? You might not be freshly showered, but married guys and guys in long-term relationships, we don't really care. You
are just so funny.
Maybe you just got off the treadmill. Maybe you just came back for a walk.
It just doesn't matter.
Maybe it's the morning and you haven't had, a chance to
matter.
That's right. Brush your teeth.
That goes both ways. Guys, you don't need to jump into the shower every 2 seconds. It's okay. We know what you smell like.
That's right. We want you.
We wash your boxers.
Because we want you because you're you.
Exactly.
So, now I don't agree with this about getting a blowout.
I have a girlfriend who told me once, I do, who told me once, this is so funny. Actually, I met her for lunch, after a sexcapade that she had in the afternoon. And I said to her, oh my God, your hair looks amazing. Okay? You don't need to have a blowout for your activity, because if your activity is simply sex, chances are your hair is going to get messed up. Hers didn't get messed up. Do you remember I told you about this?
Yes,
and you
do.
said, well, she must not be very good.
Yep.
Because her hair was perfect. I said to her, I'm like, seriously, why does your hair look so good? Did you do it after? Did you go for a blowout after? Because, oh my God, your hair looks amazing. I didn't even have sex and look at my hair. Okay? It was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, now, sorry, I can't orgasm this afternoon because I got this lovely blowout over at Anthony Vincent's.
Hey, you know what? Why blow? That's what I was thinking she was thinking. Why blow? Because she didn't blow right, because her hair looked too damn good.
That's right.
But here's what I will say about, your pre-sex rituals.
Okay.
They just might be foreplay.
Oh.
If you're showering together, that is. But then you might just have shower sex and then that ends that.
Oh, shower sex. I haven't had that in so long. But I was... I got a tiny shower. I got to get a bigger shower. Well, it's not...
Your ghosts go in. I guess they don't take up space.
They shower with. They don't take up whole... There is like 3 showers in our house, and I don't know why I always use the smallest shower. I got to change bathrooms.
Maybe that's your problem.
That's right. I need a bigger shower.
You'll have more ghosts that way. Here's my favorite, though, and this is actually true. You go to a wedding and you're wearing a dress that unfortunately shows every single solitary little tiny bump and lump, and I have a few of those.
I forgot my story about the shower sex.
Okay, I guess I'll get back to my story after.
Right, yes, I want to finish my story.
All right, shower sex, back.
Okay, so I'm watching the first season of Girls.
Girls, yeah.
And her mother and father are in the shower, and they're having sex in the shower. Now, they're an older couple.
Right.
So they're having sex, and he slips in the shower. He falls. And they have to call the ambulance to get him out of the shower. So it was very, very funny.
Okay.
So first episode of Girls.
So you want to be very careful not to...
You got to be careful with the shower sex.
Yes, make sure you have little rubber things on the bottom of the shower so you don't fall.
So getting back to your story.
So this this is hilarious. So you're at a wedding, you have a wonderful night with your guy. You know, you're wearing a sexy hot dress that, like I said, shows every lump and bump. So you have to wear Spanx. Now, as you know, I know women know this. Spanx are really hard to get into and even harder to get out of. So you do that nuzzling thing and you are kissing your guy's chin and neck and whispering, "Would you unzip me?" And he does, only to find that you have gel around your your stomach and back. And you can't necessarily wiggle or squiggle or anything out of the Spanx easily. So that is where you have to just say, whatever, deal with it. And you're going to look at him and you're going to be a little uncomfortable and there's nothing you can do. And you're going to say, "Hey, baby, there's nothing I can do, but I need to get out of these Spanx." And you're going to do your best to not make crazy faces while you are wiggling yourself out of these Spanx. It's pretty hot, though, afterwards.
You know, and that could be real funny on that video I was telling you about. In the video, she's getting into Spanx, and she has like 5 people helping her get into that.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Spanx can be tough. But they are so well worth it when you zip that dress up.
And, you know, and sometimes you just want to go back to the way you were when you were dating. You know, because being in a long-term relationship doesn't mean letting yourself go and, you know, and smelling.
Oh, gosh. You don't want to smell like a pile of garbage.
No,
You know? Oh, no.
It just means that you have sex at the times you might not want to let yourself have sex before.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's liberating.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And, you know, if you decide to strip your body of hair or take the world's longest shower,
like I do,
or get a blowout, or smell
when you
like
should,
or smell like roses, you know who it's really for.
It's for you.
Absolutely.
If you're joining us now, you're listening to Anthony, Vincent, and Elise. Together we are Trend Radio.
Yes, we are.
And we talk about love, lust, romance, and sex.
A lot of sex.
That's what we do. So do it for you. Be the perfect husband, guys. You know, I was in the locker room of my golf club. And
there is no such thing as anything perfect, but okay.
Alrighty. So anyway, there's a phone sitting on the bench, and it rings. So a guy, one of my friends, it's a smart ass, picks it up, and he uses the hand-free speaker, and he puts it on so everyone can hear it, and he starts to talk. So everybody in the room stops to listen. So he says, "Hello," and the woman says, "Honey, it's me. Are you at the club?" He goes, "Yeah." She says, "I'm at the mall right now, and I found this like beautiful leather coat. It's only $1,000. Is it okay if I buy it?"
I love that. She's great.
He says, "Sure, go ahead if you like it that much." And she said, "I also stopped at the Mercedes dealer and saw that new Mercedes, you know, the one I really liked." He says, "How much was it?" She says, $90,000.
Oh, go for it, right?
He says, "Okay." He said, "But for that price, I want to make sure it has all the options." She says, "Oh, okay, great. And one more thing. That house I wanted last year is back on the market. They're asking $950,000 for it." And the guy says, "Well, make an offer of $900,000. They'll probably take it. If not, we can give them the extra $50,000, you know, because it's a pretty good price anyway." And she says, "Oh, God, I love you. Okay, I'll see you later. I love you so much."
Oh, my God.
He
That
says,
is hilarious.
"Bye, I love you too." And then he hangs up. And all the other guys in the club, including myself,
Are just staring,
we're
right?
just staring at right, and just like my mouth was open, you could have knocked me over with a feather.
Oh, my God.
So the guy looks at us and he smiles and he says, "Hey, anybody know who this phone belongs to?"
That's hilarious. You know, when you were talking about The Perfect Husband, automatically I went right to, I don't know if you've ever seen this movie, but it's called An Ideal Husband with Rupert Everett and Minnie Driver's in it, and Kate Blanchett, and it's such a cute movie. And there's a lot of innuendos and a lot of sexual stuff happening in that
Do you
one.
know what an innuendo is?
You tell me.
An innuendo is an Italian suppository. It's innuendo.
You're killing me here, Anthony. You're killing me.
Speaking of Italian suppositories. I don't
Yeah,
know if-
Mara's going to be very happy with you on her birthday show.
Oh yeah. We're allowed to talk about sexual toys, aren't we?
Well, I guess we can't talk about that.
Well, we're not done, I guess, huh?
So you know what?
What?
We're going to talk about giving your vagina some well-deserved TLC without the thing we can't talk about.
Okay, so what's the TLC that you want to give
what
it?
I'm saying, Elise, it's time to treat yourself the way you should. You know, whether...
I don't know where he's going with this.
Okay. So whether you're sore from a spin class or a wild roll in the hay, your vagina just may need some extra TLC.
So you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that we should film these things because my faces when he says these things are priceless.
Well,
What's the TLC you're talking about?
you know, speaking of filming, when we first started the show, you know, I was told, I don't know about you, but I was told that I have the perfect face for radio.
All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Trend Radio continues after this on 920 The Jersey.
We'd like to thank Artis, a beautiful acronym. A, for the ability to have a voice. R, respecting and maintaining relationships. T, treasuring each person's uniqueness. I, for integrity. And S, for success and recognition. The Artis way.
So, no matter the circumstances, giving your vagina everyday love, it's always a great idea.
Okay.
Okay, and Elise,
Yes, Anthony.
you and I are going to tell everybody just how to do that.
Okay.
I mean,
First, you have to tell me.
well, you see, I don't have a vagina, so I don't get to use it in the way that those that have their own vagina, that they own the equipment. I can only borrow the equipment.
Oh my God.
I
I
don't have like.
Tell me what are you talking about?
Alrighty, I'm talking about masturbating more.
Masturbating more?
Yes, really. Studies suggest that orgasms help people live longer by releasing antibodies, and they boost the immune system.
Well, now we know that. We've actually discussed masturbation and what the pros and really there are no cons about it, you know? So we've discussed that. So yes,
That's
it
right.
does. It's fabulous for you.
That's right. Your body is flooded with
But I
endorphins.
imagine though that it works the same way with men as well.
Well, yes, but we're talking about...
I know. We're talking about the vagina. I got it.
Yes. And these endorphins that are released, they make you feel,
Fabulous.
yes, calm and centered. Mm-hmm. And I know, Elise, that sometimes you're stressed out.
I am.
And these orgasms
And
will...
this is a moment that I'm feeling a little bit of stress as well.
Well, I could say the more orgasms you have, the better you know your body and what your body likes.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Thank you.
what-
Am I supposed to go take a break?
Well, I guess we couldn't record her orgasm.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Anthony.
Well, you know, we have a whole bunch of toys and things here at the studio.
Anthony?
That, you know, these companies
I don't
give
know.
us, and we're supposed to rate them.
Okay.
Maybe we can get a like
Unbelievable.
a panel of women and use all of these toys that they keep sending
Yeah,
us.
what do you think, Al?
Very funny. But seriously,
It was your idea.
you need to touch yourself a lot.
Okay.
And not just in a sexual way. You know, when you're trying to fall asleep, you know, put your hands around yourself and hug yourself with just a tinge of comforting pressure. You know, it'll make you feel safe and secure when you're trying to go to sleep.
Really?
Really, that's right. And if you're at work and you have privacy at your office,
Hug yourself there too?
no, give her a calm massaging touch before a big presentation. That'll help you center.
Oh, okay. Because that would make you feel really great and a little sweaty too.
Well,
You're getting up in front of 400 people, but hey, you can do this because the dopamine's going.
That's right.
And you're a little sweaty and a little slick, but hey, that's okay. And your hair just frizzed because, okay, but yeah, you've calmed yourself down.
well, I'm not saying to, you know, save up your touch just for the sexual moments. I'm talking about touching yourself in a non-sexual way throughout the day. And
I actually do that anyway.
You do?
Like, I'm touching my, like right
You're
now.
doing it right now.
I'm rubbing my arm right now.
I
It hurts a little bit, but I'm rubbing it.
I had a girl that used to like to touch me at work, and you know, my lady made me fire her. She didn't like it.
Oh, that's
but I
funny.
said it was a calming. It had a calming effect.
Oh, really?
She didn't buy it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either. Gotta be honest.
Seriously, you know, touching yourself in a non-sexual way throughout the day really can reinforce your vagina's role in your daily, everyday life.
Okay.
They-
Wow, that's some serious information there.
That's right. They say that your vagina is a true power source.
Well, of course. I think every man believes that it is as well. Or woman, depending on what you like.
Well, what is a root chakra meditation? What is
A
it?
root chakra
I
is...
didn't even say it right.
Yeah, well, that's your chakras. And the root chakra happens to be the first chakra from the bottom. So that's at the base of the spine and the pelvic floor. And your first 3 vertebrae on your back. You know, and the thing is that it's linked to your basic needs and survival instincts, your family connection, as well as your emotional connection to pleasure, fear, and sexuality. And, you know, the root chakra is actually what grounds you and keeps you grounded and stable and balanced. Many women carry stuck energy in their first chakra.
Oh boy, don't I know that.
And let me just explain. That's where you feel lost and not grounded. That's why it's very important to keep your mindset clear and to take care of this root chakra and make sure that it's balanced. All of your chakras actually should be balanced because that just helps you get through your daily everything. And so there's meditations for that, certain meditations. And if you want to know more about your chakras, you can actually email us at trendradio920@gmail.com and we'll send you all of that information. So, while meditating on this particular chakra, your root chakra, while simultaneously doing Kegel exercises, you will feel more grounded and become more open to clearing up like your relationship drama issues, that kind of
Yeah, I
thing.
got a lot of that.
And it'll circulate your energy. It's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, you know, you talk about the Kegel exercises a lot.
Because I think it's very important. You know, the thing is that Kegel exercises aren't only to do because you want them sexually. The most important thing is that when you do Kegel exercises, it's good really for the wall of your vagina. It's a health thing as well. When you exercise your pelvic floor, and, you know, that's by doing Kegel exercises, you correct your ability to build deep inner strength that can make sex more pleasurable and also keep you healthy. You enhance your overall health and capacity for pleasure. And you'll keep yourself from peeing when you sneeze or cough. And that's important, ladies, because let's face it, you're standing up on stage, you're doing a presentation, you cough or sneeze, and oops, a little drip happens, and nobody likes that feeling when you're standing in front of 300 women or men. Anyway, enough about the peeing, especially, that happens after you've given birth also. And everybody, I'm sure, knows what I mean.
So
But
how often do you have to do these Kegels?
you should do your Kegel exercise, I think, a couple of times a day. Do it in the morning when you're first getting up. Do it at bedtime when you're going to sleep. And you know what, ladies? It can't hurt to do a little tightening while you're having lunch.
What about while you're having sex? Can you work those? Kegels?
Absolutely. One of the best times. Of course.
That's right. Let your vagina know you're thinking of her.
Absolutely. Because you know what? It's worth it.
And I think you should talk to her. You know who she is.
I do.
Yes. So
I'm sure all of you know.
That's
Not me, but you know who yours is.
well, we've had shows and we've talked about how most women don't even know what their vagina looks like.
Exactly.
But,
So
or they
you
can
should
even name the parts, right?
you should have a conversation in front of a little mirror. That's the reason they make those mirrors.
At least, what might that conversation sound like? Alrighty then. You've been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. You want more? Go right to our website, 920thejersey.com, click on demand, and scroll directly to us.
And get the lowdown on getting down. Tune into your bad boy inside you.
Or your bad girl.
Listen each week. We always have something sexy to say. Got questions? Email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
Remember, your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card.
But how you make people feel, well, that becomes your trademark.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm
And
Elise.
we'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know.